well. Sorry about having to do this video, but it's mainly to do with the meteor that hit Queensland. And all the comments and emails and everything else that I'm getting from everyone as regards to that. Look, the email, as I said the other day, they're throwing things at us to make us forget. Remember I said, look that way and that way, stay looking ahead, because what they want you to do is look that way and that way. Now, in regards to the meteor, oh my God, you'd swear the sky was falling in and Armageddon had come to kill us all, and as you all know, I'm not religious, but, and I don't get into all this, sin and guilt and, all that sort of stuff. Which if you want to do that, that's fine, go for your life. I don't do that. My problem with this meteor is that, guys, here in Australia, it's a non-event for a start. I probably guarantee you if you looked hard enough, you'd find it somewhere in the paper, but, we struggled to find it here, to be honest with you. And I'm going to unwind this for you a little bit, yeah, because certain people seem to think that this is a big event. According to Geoscience Australia, if you go on their website, you'll actually see this. It was the size of a lady's small handbag, maybe, no bigger than that. And it didn't impact anything. It didn't hit the ocean. It didn't do anything, folks. And the reason I'm saying that is because the majority of meteors do one thing: blow up. And sure, they might break the sound barrier and have a shock wave, etc. That's to be expected. But listen, this is not an unusual event, folks. Seriously, please stop looking and chasing shadows, because it's wrong. There was no power outages in Australia. There was no tsunami. There was no nothing. All we've got, if you research it, which Strop and I have done all morning, you find that there's one camera shot of a little bit of a bright sky. Now, can I also advise you all that just near there is an Australian Army base. Clink. So for all anyone knows, they probably got rung up by the Americans and said, can you please shoot a rocket in the sky that makes a loud noise so everyone thinks the Earth's ending because we're having an American debate tonight? Didn't you all put that together? Guys, these guys are desperate. They're desperate. They're desperate people trying to do desperate things. Did you all know that Deutsche Bank last night shares went under $10? Basically, they're just cannon fodder stuff, material. Useless, as in they're insolvent. They're massively insolvent. Did you all know that the American stock market last night, the American Federal Reserve must have spent trillions last night just to keep it at the level it came in at? Did you notice where everybody else was? -2s. These are the things that they don't want you to see. Do you know at the moment there's like 500 COMEX, which is the gold exchange, contracts, 500 plus, I think it's nearly 600 now, to 1 ounce of gold. Which means that they're broke. This is nothing about meteors, folks. It's nothing about Armageddon. Because I'm telling you, you won't get there because you're paying attention to the wrong things. Common sense, folks, please. Please, take the blinkers off. Start looking forward. Okay? Don't look like that and that. Just look forward, folks, because that's what they want you to do. Sorry about the bumps. Right? We are at war. We're at war in Syria. So a stupid meteor that probably didn't exist is just crazy to pay attention to, folks. It wasn't anything. It probably was nothing for all I know. I don't know. I live in Western Australia, by the way, and I live in Perth, which is the most isolated city in the world. And for the Americans that are watching, that's like someone living in New York and someone living in LA. That's how far away I am from where the meteor was. Okay? So I'm begging you, please, take a step back. And as I said the other day, start thinking out of the box, start using some common sense. There's an army base right next door where this thing went off. Right next door. And it went off at exactly the same time as the debate. As I said the other day, there's very dark people sitting in very dark rooms, in very dark big buildings, planning very dark big things to throw you off track. Today is the 27th here in Australia. So, as we all said, the SDR, China becomes a full member of the SDR today, and on the 30th, we all find out what their percentage is going to be of the SDR. Now, I'm guessing America already knows, and I'm guessing that America got told they have to take a 20% cut, a 10% cut, or something similar. That is trillions of dollars, folks, that have to come straight back to America. You're going to have massive inflation, hyperinflation. You're going to have hyperinflation so bad you won't even know what hit you. It'll cost you like $300 to go and buy a burger. It's over, folks. It's over. Don't you understand that? Please, 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 I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm actually begging you all to pay attention. Go and get food, water, and countless other materials to look after your kids, your families, and your kids. Please. Forget about the meteors. Forget about people on religious shows telling you the Earth's going to end. It may do for all I know, but it's not ending right now. And I'm pretty sure God doesn't want you to not feed your kids or your pets or anyone else for that matter. Please pay attention to the bigger picture, which is not me or you, but what's going on. I'm just an old bloke who sits here with the thing on his laptop on his legs and tries to make everyone understand, because I don't want to see people starving in the street. And I'll help you as much as I can, but if it comes down to it, I've got to feed my family, folks, as much as anybody else, and look after them. I've got one tip for all the men out there. Go and buy some of these hand grips. If you're my age, they are a miracle. They turn your hands around in a matter of weeks, and your forearms, and your strength. You're going to need them, folks. You're going to need these, guys. Seriously. Get these going again. Get your hands manipulated so you can actually grab stuff and get some arm strength back. Sounds dopey, but it's actually a very handy tip. It's working for me like you wouldn't believe. As you get older, your hand strength diminishes greatly. Right. Please, I'm begging you, folks, please go and get food and water and stock up. These guys might keep this going for another year, but I'm getting real worried that things are going to crash soon. And not just myself. Read everyone else. Yes, some of it's sensationalised. Maybe I'm sensationalising it. I don't know. But I can't tell you enough. Deutsche Bank's shares went under $10 last night for a short dip. Okay? I'll say the Lord's Prayer and that'll be it. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive others who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Go to the shops today, buy stocks and feed your kids. Feed yourself more than anything, so you can actually function properly for your kids. This is no joke anymore, folks. This is actually going to crash soon. We're going to go to war, and they're either going to do one or two things. I meant to tell you guys as well. The US, France, and the UK have asked for Russia to have a behind the closed doors meeting about Syria. Why? Because the Russians blew the shit out of one of their bases the other day and killed a lot of people. So it's getting serious. They haven't admitted as much as yet, but it looks more than likely that it did happen. Okay, God bless all. Go to the shops. G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well. Sorry about having to do this video, but it's mainly to do with the meteor that hit Queensland. And all the comments and emails and everything else that I'm getting from everyone as regards to that. Look, the email, as I said the other day, they're throwing things at us to make us forget. Remember I said, look that way and that way, stay looking ahead, because what they want you to do is look that way and that way. Now, in regards to the meteor, oh my God, you'd swear the sky was falling in and Armageddon had come to kill us all, and as you all know, I'm not religious, but and I don't get into all this, sin and guilt and all that sort of stuff. Which, if you want to do that, that's fine. Go for your life. I don't do that. My problem with this meteor is that, guys, here in Australia, it's a non-event for a start. I probably guarantee you, if you looked hard enough, you'd find it somewhere in the paper. But we struggled to find it here, to be honest with you. And I'm going to unwind this for you a little bit, yeah, because some